Chapter 1058. After speaking, he ignored him and turned away. Hilton limped to catch up, and cursed, "You bastard, quickly return the money to me, otherwise I will never finish with you." Skyo. The other party cursed, climbed onto the trailer and drove away. Hilton couldn't catch up with his car, and his heart was extremely angry, but seeing that the other party had already left, he could do nothing, and his deep despair replaced the anger just now. Now, my top priority is how to deal with the 500,000 usury. At this moment, he felt that his life was almost desperate. At this time he thought of his girlfriend Lisa. Hilton is also an orphan. He has no father, no mother, and no relatives. He finally talked with Lisa about being boyfriend and girlfriend, so he felt that Lisa was his only relative. Now that he has encountered such a major setback, when he is desperate and not knowing what to do, he just wants to see his beloved woman, hoping that his beloved woman can give him some comfort. So he wiped his face with his clothes, limped to the gate of the community, and stopped a taxi. The taxi driver had seen him look so terrible and didn't dare to pull him. But he grabbed the other side's rearview mirror and didn't let go, and shouted, "If you don't pull me today, I will complain to you to death." The taxi driver did not dare to blatantly refuse the ride, so he could only get him in the car and drove to the neighborhood where his girlfriend's house was located according to his request. However, Hilton is now penniless and can't afford the taxi fare. He can only count in his heart, there is a very narrow alley near his girlfriend's house, and that alley cannot be driven in by cars, and it is very winding inside. If you ask the driver to stop at that alley and then get into the alley while he is unprepared, he should not be able to catch up with him. In this way, you don't have to pay for taxi fare. Hilton does what he thinks. When he was approaching his girlfriend's house, he asked the driver to stop at the alley. The driver turned off the meter and said, "A total of $50. Hilton nodded, turned on the phone, opened WeChat and scanned it and said, "I don't have cash, scan the QR code to pay." The driver said directly, "There is a WeChat QR code in the back row. Please scan the code directly." Hilton pretended to scan the QR code, then pretended to tinker for a while, and said to the driver, "Master's money has been transferred." The driver said, "I didn't hear the prompt, I have all voice prompts." Hilton deliberately said, "Maybe the internet is not good, and I will receive it immediately." After finishing talking, Hilton immediately pushed the car door and ran into the alley as if stepping crazy. He thought that he was familiar with the terrain of this alley, and he could get rid of the driver by going in and around twice. He didn't expect that he was beaten so badly. As soon as he got out of the car and was about to run, he immediately ran out of breath. I felt a sharp pain in my abdomen, and one fell to the ground without standing still. At this time, the driver also realized that he was going to run, and hurriedly pushed the door to chase him, and found that he had fallen to the ground, and said angrily, "You want to run before the money has been paid? Give me the money quickly."